Am I just dumb? How do you prime this thing? Whoa, did you see that?
Let's take a look at break action, arrow shooting, lock and loading, rare 90s blasters that are still cool even today.
Here we go.
Every time you see this camera angle, know that it's my first time trying out these blasters. Let's pull blasters out of this box and see what we get.
Oh. First up, it looks like we have ourselves the Big Bad Bow.
The Hypersight Big Bad Bow was the last bow style blaster to be released before the turn of the century, retailing for around 20 USD. That's over 30 bucks when adjusting for inflation. Unlike the 1991 bow and arrow with its traditional pull and release system, the Big Bad Bow allows you to prime like a bow and pull the trigger to fire like a blaster. Just like the commercial says, cock it, lock it, and watch it rocket. It has a built-in scope, 2 ammo holders, large bow arms, and comes with massive foam arrows that make today's Mega XL darts look like Tic Tacs. There's something special about this particular Big Bad Bow I have. Let's take a look.
So if I take a micro dart, I prime it up, and watch this. Look at that!
This bow has been modified to fire micro darts. You see, the release of this blaster in 1998 was a big deal. As the commercial stated, this was apparently the best performing Nerf blaster to date. It became an extremely popular platform for modders. Back when Nerfers used online forums and Drax videos looked like this, the community was transforming their bows into souped up snipers. If you followed Drax mod video when it came out in 2010, it was easy to visualize how low effort it was to slash the bow arms, knock out the air restrictors and other plastic bits, and re-barrel it with 1/2-inch CPVC to create a practical Nerf war ready blaster. And while we pay homage to nostalgic fun like this, I also have to thank our sponsor, Mech for its modern entertainment. It's a free-to-play 5v5 real-time mech shooter that's so satisfying. Mech has more mechs and weapons than Nerf has Fortnite blasters. Each mech has its own perks and abilities. Right now my favorite mech is Killshot. Its ability is ridiculous. You go zoom and your opponents go boom. It's like bringing a Prometheus to a Nerf sword fight. And like a trusty Nerf primary, you can't go wrong with the Paragon. It's just a solid generalist all around. For long distance support, I like to use the thermal lances. They go boom like the Inception horn. It's so intimidating and a lot of fun. When I need to take a break from filming Nerf videos, it's really easy to have fun with Mech. Queue up times are fast and gameplay even faster. This month is filled with updates. They're adding a new pilot, the Paradise Plaza map is getting revamped, and events like the Brazilian Carnival and St. Patrick's Day events give you chances to win exclusive skins, a new pilot, and other legit stuff. Mech is free to play, and right now if you use my personal link or QR code, you'll receive 1 mil spec skin, 500 A coins, and 70,000 credits. You might even get a chance to play with me if you add me as a friend in-game. Now back to the Nerf content. People also swapped out springs for more powerful ones. There was also the clever tactical rail dart holder mod by Bazookafied, the man who ran the now discontinued Tactical Tag blog. It looks like a toilet plunger gone wrong, but the RSCB mod gives you an internal magazine-like system that allows you to load up multiple Stephens. And Stephens are kind of equivalent to today's half-length darts. There were also brass breech mods and underbarrel blaster integrations like Drax Dark Bow or UIN13's Big Battle Blaster. I felt so nostalgic making this video, man, it's awesome. Even a simple re-barrel job like this instantly gives it modern day blaster performance.
Bam, that's actually scary. That's something hard to dodge in a Nerf or in more of the close quarters range. And accuracy wise, it's actually not bad.
For dart velocity, using crappy condition micro darts or newer knockoff darts got me 80 FPS on the low end and over 120 FPS on the high end.
And the plus side about this is not only is it compatible now with micro darts, you also haven't lost compatibility with the original arrows.
This bow has seen a multitude of reskins like the red ones you've just seen, the 2011 ones, and the final reskin,
the Avengers Hawkeye bow from 2012.
So there was no shortage of bow mods in the early 2010s. It's such a classic and one that many Nerf fans will remember for a long time.
Ooh, okay, let's take a look at this one. This is the Lock and Load Blaster. It looks like it takes these micro darts. Let's try that out. Well, it looks like it doesn't return yet. I can see the gimmick here.
This 1998 Hypersight single shot blaster retailed for about $10 according to nerfcenter.com, which is about $17 in today's money. Surprisingly, this blaster has quite a rich history. When priming the lock and load, the top prime stays in place, only snapping back into position once the trigger is pulled.
It kind of adds that little bit of tactile nature to this blaster.
Both blasters are missing it, but a red sight is also supposed to pop up when priming back.
Oh man, it would have been really cool to see the red sight on here. Oh, I just noticed on this model, we actually have a ammo holder up front here.
Just like the Monoblast in my other vintage Nerf Blaster video, the lock and load has a splash of neon lime green plus a very 90s purple bottom half. The ergonomics of the blaster are also pretty good.
So loading up one of these micro darts. Here we go. Okay, easily cleared 20 feet. Felt powerful for a 90s blaster. Oh, this one tends to fling darts upwards, which generates more range, but of course makes it a little more difficult to aim.
It may be over 20 years old, but the lock and load is a powerhouse pistol, reaching 40-foot flat ranges according to Drax's review video. Even Nerf Center said, "This toy cannot be beat." How to make a great blaster even better: take out the screws in the top slide and pop it off, add a keyring to act as your new priming bar, rip out the air restrictor, and then rebarrel it to fire micro darts. Boom, super easy mod. I wish I could try this mod for myself, but I can't because these are actually not mine. Thanks to Jordan, a fan of this channel, for lending all the rare blasters in this video as well as this other video. Around 2010, a modder by the name of Poptachi had his signature brass barrel breech mod, which transformed a lock and load into a Stefan firing monster of a pistol. He even made one for Drac, which became the Fanger lock and load, hitting 75-foot ranges, which at the time in 2011 was really hard to beat for a pistol mod. That's right, even into the early 2010s, the 1998 lock and load was still being rebarreled for use with Whistler, Suction, Elite darts. But I believe the golden age of modding for the lock and load was before the introduction of the Nerf Nightfinder in 2003 and 2004. At this time, the lock and load really helped fill in that niche of an easy Nerf pistol to mod. Whether in modded or stock form, this vintage Nerf blaster served a great purpose in the community, and it was fun for me to try it out in person. Pulling the next blaster out of the box.
Is this a hypersight blaster? This is called the Nerf Ratchet Blast. Now let's figure out how it works. It almost feels like this is meant to somehow open up. Am I just dumb? How do you prime this thing? Whoa, whoa, did you see that? Whoa, bring it up. Oh, wow.
That's right, the Ratchet Blast introduced a never before seen gimmick. According to the Nerf wiki, this was the first blaster to use a break action style priming mechanism, kinda like the barrel break without the barrel breaking part. Now the Ratchet Blast has one fatal, almost suicidal flaw to it, and you're about to see that in a minute. This was released under the Stryke series in 1997 for about $14 USD or $24 when adjusting for inflation. The Stryke series started in '96 and its sci-fi theme was quite possibly influenced by the Terminator franchise, especially with the popularity of Terminator 2, which just came out a few years before. I noticed the blue plastic has an interesting metallic sheen to it, and its smooth contoured handguard acts almost like a bionic extension of your arm. It also has 4 built-in dart holders.
Here we go. Oh, wow. Damn, that is cool. Is the performance also cool? Let's find out right now. Well, I guess that answered your question. Okay, I just realized that this doesn't have smart air restrictor system technology because this was the 90s.
Meaning the blaster cannot automatically detect a loaded barrel and fire from that one. Air is ejected from one barrel at a time, so if you only have one dart loaded, well, you just gotta keep priming and pulling the trigger until the correct barrel fires. Yep, that's some terrible 90s Nerf technology right there.
Well, we saw a little bit of air distribution issues there. So we're seeing sub 20-foot ranges right there. The fact that you have kind of a sight that you can look through and you can see through it clearly, that's a plus. Now let's try to showcase this priming action. Oops.
Thanks to Jordan for lending all the rare blasters in this video. These are actually not mine. These are actually not mine.
Sorry, Jordan, I broke a little piece of it off here. Okay, no one-handed priming. Now I know this is a delicate vintage blaster.
Other than subpar ranges, we also just learned the Ratchet Blast is very fragile. I feel really bad because this isn't my blaster. Doing some digging in the internet archives, I learned others have had it worse. Various sources talk about how the blaster's integrity can easily explode in the priming mechanism and handle regions. The one-handed whip prime. Yeah, let's not do that anymore. Apparently even just using this blaster normally can cause the blaster to break. But that didn't stop Nerf from re-releasing the Ratchet Blast under the Hypersight series just 1 year after the original. Since it's practically a ticking time bomb, I couldn't find many modded blaster examples other than a re-barrel mod as well as a brass barrel mod from Bobololo and Nerfomania that allows it to fire elite darts. The Ratchet Blast gave Nerfers a first taste of that satisfying break action prime. But everything else sucks, so let's just keep this one on the shelf. Check out more vintage Nerf videos on the screen. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Hope you do something great today and get that bread.